Get ready to take some notes. It's time to learn how to better your dealership, make more sales, live a happier life.
Hi, this is Larry Feldman from Career Changers USA. We're at Gengras Volkswagen in Plainville, Connecticut, and I'm with three terrific salespeople who wanted to discuss topics that you wouldn't normally discuss, right? Samir said, Larry, what is the secret of life? This might take a little longer than normal, okay? Janelle said, man, is there some kind of process? Is there some way we should project what we're trying to do? And of course, Vaughn came out with money. I like that. Maybe we should start with that, funds. So how about if we work in reverse order? Because I think if we tie this in the right way, we can absolutely get to where you want to be. Okay, money. Here's an interesting thing. If you chase money too hard, sometimes you don't catch it. You kind of let it come to you. Now, how do you do that? As a salesperson, you want to absolutely make sure people understand who you are, what you do, and where you do it, and be welcoming and inviting. You three guys, thank goodness, every time I come in here, you're smiling, you got energy, but try this little exercise. It'll only take you a couple minutes. When you get a minute, go to any other dealership you want. I don't care where it is. And let them know that your sister just had a baby and you're looking for a car for her. Watch their face drop. Watch how quickly it's like, why ain't she here? What's her credit like? What's your credit like? If you really want to make money, you got to put yourself in a position where you make it easy for people. You've all heard of Staples, right? They got that big easy button. We want to be big easy buttons. Instead of creating problems, we want to solve problems. That's how you make money, okay? One of the things that I'm told everything you're doing is sensational. You come up short, all three of you, in one area, and that's prospecting. You want to know how I got rich? I prospected. I let everybody know who I was, where I am. You always ask for business. You'd be amazed, because one of the most disgusting things in the car business is your neighbor buys a car from somebody else that works here and goes, hey, I didn't know you were working here. You got to be your own billboard, because I don't care how good you are and you guys have talent and energy, it's so much easier to sell somebody that was brought in or sent in or referred in. By the way, I happen to be in Connecticut. We're not in Ohio or Virginia where you can't write a referral or a bird dog check. Everybody you know wants that $100. Rich people drive their Bentleys across town to save 3 cents on a gallon of gas. So if you really want to make money, instead of waiting for the lady to come in with the ad in her hand and says, by the way, I'm going to 6 Volkswagen dealers, you're only number 2, don't you want your cousin to come in, your friend, somebody that cuts your hair? The real way to get money in this business is to prospect. Let everybody know who you are, what you do, and where you do it. If your tip should be $3, give the girl or the guy 5 or 6. Say, hey, you did a fabulous job. I want to give you my card. Oh, what do you do? I'm in the car business. Well, I really can't afford a car right now. No, you misunderstand. You're terrific. I bet you have a following. Most servers have a great following. Here, take a couple of my cards. Write your name on the back. Let me know they're coming. I'll try to do as good a job as you did, and I'll run you over 100. Now you got people all over the city and state working for you. And why wouldn't your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your fiance want to send people into you? We all agree that there's a lot of bad car salespeople out there. You're doing them a favor. They deserve to have you as your salesperson. You deserve to have them as your customer. You want to make money? Prospect. By the way, if you prospect well enough, and I'll show you all how to do it, your life changes. Because not only do you make more money, you start to control your schedule. Trust me, if you got 3 people coming in to buy a car between 3 and 6, Tom does not care if you show up at 9 o'clock in the morning. This is all predicated on success. It's why successful people seem to get away with more than unsuccessful people. Life ain't fair, but hey, we just want to ring the cash register. Does that make sense? Excellent. Projections. I gave you all a pamphlet, and one of the things in there is weekly and monthly projections. Because let's say your goal is to sell 20 cars a month. I don't care how good you are, you're not selling 20 customers that walk in 20 cars every month. Nobody's that good. So we have to start calculating exactly how many people. Now you're getting into the business at a different time than I did. When I got in, they would go to 3 or 4 dealerships. Now they go to what they consider to be roughly 1.5. So your odds are actually a little better of selling them, but let's really make that even stronger. We all know the more people you talk to, the more you're going to sell. We know the more you take on a demo, you're going to sell. The more you write up. You always want to put people in a position where here's the numbers, here's what we can offer you, here's what we want to do. So the more committed we are to a process, to understanding the numbers we want to achieve so we can achieve the numbers you want to achieve, which have dollar signs on them, we're going to roll. Does that make sense? I don't understand people that want to run in the blind. They just want to show up and hope something good happens. Let's make something good happen. Believe it or not, even though we're diverse backgrounds and we're the same person. We have a commonality of experiences, and we're much more alike than we are dissimilar. Everybody in this room, including myself, has looked at their watch and went, man, time to go home. The day flew by. But what usually happens to people is they look at their watch and go, I can't believe it's this time. It felt like that time 4 days ago. That's letting yourself get bored. But when you start to control your schedule, and see, the interesting thing is, this business isn't owned by you guys, but it is, because you're running your business within their business. Now, there's a thing in business called debt service. It's a mortgage, it's a rent payment, it's a light bill. If I pay you with a check, I got to pay Social Security and certain taxes. They don't want you to do any of that. All they want you to do is sell as many cars as they can and get engaged with the profit and the bonus structure they have with the amount of units. But no disrespect, how many people really run the business like it's their business? The more you do it that way, the more successful you're going to be and the happier you're going to be. Plus, I bet you've all found out what I have. Relying on other people is really ugly. They let you down, they forget, they prioritize their own life ahead of yours, which makes complete sense. The more you're like a machine, a smiling machine, a happy, but a machine, this is what I do, this is how I do it. The more consistent you are, the more money you're making, the more fun you're going to have. Now we turn to the secret of life. The secret of life is there's really no secret. The number one, and it's funny, I saw this on a TV show, and I've been saying it for years, Harry will back me up. The number one cause of death is life. If you're alive, you're going to die. So the only thing we really want, our strongest instinct is not to eat, not to have sex. It's to breathe. I mean, nobody fights harder than when they're fighting for their life. So we know we're alive, and we know one day we're going to die. So the non-secret is, let's use that time wisely. It's a sin against God not to fulfill your potential. I got a churchgoer here. He'll keep a tight eye on me. So let's get up in the morning and say, I ain't going to be here forever. What can I do today to make it make sense? Because when you start stacking up the days and the weeks and the months, when you start making the hours and the minutes make sense, you're busy. By the way, we're in a sad state on the planet and in the United States because they're trying to push people not to work and teach them that it's okay, everybody will take care of you, which is a terrible way because we want to have pride in what we do and self-determination. It feels great to achieve things. It feels great to be the top salesman, make plenty of money, feel like your process is working. Hey, I'm seeing progress. So the secret is there's no secret. We're alive. We might not be tomorrow. Let's fill up the day. Let's have fun. Let's spend time with our family. Let's do some stuff that's exciting. Let's make ourselves a little nervous every day. Let's try to push whatever we're doing farther along so we can expand and grow and make sense. I mean, don't be afraid to have some fun. If you're not having fun, don't even show up. Because nobody wants grumpy people. Again, we've all been in retail places. Can I help you? Follow me. No, man, is there anybody here whose cat didn't die? You want to be excited. Because if you're excited, you get people excited.